What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin. Right now, we're sitting at $27,200. We're about flat on the day. What I want to do is take a look at Bitcoin here. This is going to be on the 1 week time frame. We're going to work our way to the 1 hour time frame. Right now, Bitcoin still is holding our 200-week moving average, which is what we want to see right now. But we've had a big fight at this area here, guys. So this is going to be in white, and this is going to be at $26,364 right here. We've had quite a few wicks down here testing it, and we're going to have our candle close tomorrow. So we really want to keep an eye on this weekly candle close. If we can close up above the 200-week moving average, that shows we're still trying to hold it as support, and that'd be the area that I'd keep an eye on. And we potentially could go up and test some of those higher levels, maybe even $30,000 again if we're able to hold it. If we drop down below it, guys, I would anticipate at least most likely a 10% or more drop down to that $24,000 to $25,000 range where we were once on the daily time frame. It was overhead resistance. We broke up through it. We would want that to become support. So we'd want the buyers to step in. You can see right here I have a possible long alert on right here once we get back into that area. So if we turn on our order blocks, you can see right now, guys, we do have some buying pressure that potentially could come in right around $23,637 right now. So I'm going to keep an eye on that area, and then down to $18,300 if we do have a candle close below this 200-week moving average and we start to move to the downside. So some we're keeping an eye on, guys. It's really important because we've been trading up above this 200-week moving average now for over 2 months. So we spent all this time here, guys, half a year fighting underneath this 200-week moving average. We finally break up above it on a huge bullish engulfing candle on volume, and we've been trading up above it this whole time. So if we do close below it, that's definitely a warning sign and something that you have to keep an eye on because we potentially could be going lower. Not saying we have to, guys, but something that you got to keep an eye on here. Next one, we're going to get into the 1 day time frame, and then also once we get done with the 1 day time frame here and the 1 hour time frame, we're going to go into the block and look at a few things behind the scenes. So if you guys get some from these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, set up a new little office area. So I've been away for a while, guys, but got everything back together now, and I'm excited to be here with you. And also let me know what you got going on today. I would love to hear it. So right now, guys, still on the 1 day time frame, we're still trading up above our 200-day moving average. So that's going to be important for us as well. So on the weekly, we're up above it. On the daily, we're up above it. And what I like to do, guys, if I'm trading in the stock market, say I'm going long on something, I want to be up above the 200-week moving average, the daily, and the 1 hour is what I'm looking for. And I want to align myself with that trend. Then I'll dig into the 5-minute time frame and look for that entry. That's basically how I do it. But when I'm looking at this, I want to have that trend in my direction. And so far, we still have been to the upside here. You can see our 200-day moving average still has been sloped to the upside. And we potentially could have a meeting here, guys. If we do drop down into this range where you see this order block of 24,500 or even down to where I have it around that 23,000, if we do drop down into that range, we potentially could have this 200-day moving up, and we could meet at that spot here and see if we find support off it. So definitely something I'm keeping an eye on there, guys. If we take a look at the MACD on the daily time frame, we are to the positive. We're up 73 right now. Our relative strength is at 48, so we have not cracked back through that 50, which is going to be important, guys. And the way that I use the RSI, not so much for overbought and oversold, I look at that 50 line. If I'm in a long, I want to see us breaking up through that 50 line and continuing up. If I'm in a short in the stock market, I like to see us breaking down through that 50 with a MACD crossing us below that 200-day moving average. So basically, I want to have things aligned for me when I'm trading. So if we step back here, guys, just really keep an eye on this. We have lost our 50 moving average, which is going to be in red, and we are battling with our 20 right now. And that 50 is important because typically, guys, you can see back here when we held this 50 for quite a while, we stay up above it. Then when you lose, you can really battle it. And what you can see here, guys, is that we actually back tested it right in this range and we failed. So that is a bearish sign right there that we were not able to get back up above that 50. So that's going to be the job for the bulls, is get back over top of $27,968. We'll just call it $28,000. Next one we're going to take a look at is the 1 hour time frame. So for the 1 hour time frame, right now, guys, we have dropped slightly below our 200 moving average, which is going to be in white right here. So we have lost it. We're trying to get back up above it right now. More so just a lot of chop here on the hourly time frame. Our relative strength can be at 54, so we are up above the 50 there, and our MACD is going to be at a negative 8.37. So stepping back, guys, and really taking a look at this and looking at the cycles. As I've told you, I've been in this space for 6 years now. I've seen a lot of price action. Let's take off these as well. I would anticipate here, guys, this is my thesis on this. So this major area that we fought with for such a long time. We broke up above it. If we are not able to come back and hold this area anywhere from 23 up to 25,000, if we're not able to hold that as support, that's going to give me the clue that most likely we're going to go back and we're going to retest the lows at some point, that $15,500 or at least that $19,683. So those are definitely things that I'm keeping an eye on if we're not able to hold that area, guys, where we have these order blocks right here. If they do not hold up, we're most likely going to go to lower levels. So my thought on this is I want to see us at that level. If we get a nice bullish candlestick pattern, then I potentially can play a long off that, put a stop below it, and see if I can let that ride to the upside for more of a trade. For more of the position trade, I would still look for some of those deeper levels, guys, because a lot of times you do get these major fake outs. And just to give you an example here, I was looking at the monthly time frame. So when we were looking at the monthly, and I think this is an important thing for you guys to take a look at here. So I got in 2017, went through this whole bubble, lived through the bear market here, and then what we had was this massive relief rally where we went up almost 300%. We did this in the matter of 5 months before we gave it all the way back, tested the lows again, and then got moving. So right now, guys, in this bounce that we've had 4 months that have essentially been straight up. Here we had 5 months. So we had 4 months here, and now on the last monthly time frame, we had a bearish engulfing candle that came in. So that also could put some downward pressure here for a little bit back down into some of these lower areas. And you can see on the monthly time frame, our bullish order block would be at 17,177. So just really keep an eye on this, guys. You got to protect yourself as well. I'm really happy for all the bulls who have crushed this and got major moves out of it. You know, for this bounce here, guys, I've had some scalp trades in it on the 5-minute time frame, but overall, I have not been trading this Bitcoin move on the monthly time frame there. You know, it was just too nerve-wracking for me because if you get back to the 1-day time frame, and this is something, guys, I just want to teach you while we're here. So on the 1-day time frame, you can see lots of fake outs as well. You can get up above things and then you can drop back down. And I really want to have that strong support behind me, that wind behind my back if I'm going to be getting into any of these positions here for a longer term trade besides just getting in and out for a scalp trade. So just be careful out there, guys. Next, what we're going to get into is into the block. And what I wanted to point out here, guys, I think this is a good one. This is going to be the bulls and the bears. And the bulls and the bears, a bull is an address about more than 1% of the volume traded in the last 24 hours. A bear, an address that sold more than 1% in the last 24 hours. Right now we have a deadlock here. So we're at 83 and 83 for the last 7 days in total. So really battling back and forth between the bulls and the bears. Just waiting to see who is going to get that control. Next one, which is a great stat for Bitcoin. I really like looking at this here, guys. This is going to be our total addresses. And for total addresses, what you can see in green, if I zoom in here, these are the total addresses with a balance for Bitcoin. So I took off the total without a balance. And what you can see ever since Bitcoin was created, this green line here, we have just been in a beautiful uptrend. And right now we have 46.46 million addresses. And we even had a high of 47 million for our 30-day high. So a lot of people still have been buying Bitcoin in this area. And then if we get down to our breakdown here, guys, we have average time token is held is going to be 4 years. And then right now our concentration, our ownership for the whales is going to be 1.28%. Investors, there's 42 investors. They hold 9.76%, which is 1.89 million Bitcoin. And then you can see this retail volume, guys. So retail, right now, they're holding 88.96%. They're the ones really trying to get their hands on Bitcoin just for those longer term holds right now. So retail still holding up. You can see the 30-day change. The whales haven't changed much. Investors, we went up 10.53%, and then retail, we went up 3.36%. So that's what I wanted to leave you with today, guys. Be safe out there. Be cautious. God bless you all. Take care.